Picking up marula fruits at the moment. It's a very nice Ellie. I think he's the same boy that we had yesterday afternoon at the dam, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure what that creeper was that he just picked up. We're almost at the end of the marula fruiting season, so there's not going to be that much left anymore. And I suppose timing's pretty good, because I suppose with us ending our drives, elephants are not likely to be around for a while, or not as frequently as they have been in the last little while, with the marulas fruiting as much as they are. Pity about this piece of terminalia now that's right in front of us. And we've got the wind from behind us blowing straight to him, and of course we were here long before he got here. I've been sitting quietly, so I'm quite happy that he's just busy with marula fruits and has no ill intent whatsoever. He's a magnificent bull. A little bit of a rumble there. Oh. Hi Cindy, how are you? Sansevieria Cindy. Cindy, my friend who grows Sansevieria. Find you one, actually, Cindy. Nice to hear from you. Cindy's asking if the marula fruit needs to go through the digestive system of an elephant or another animal to be able to germinate. It does help. I mean, we've seen in the past how multiple marulas start sprouting out of elephant dung towards the end of the summer. But it's not necessarily so. We find, because of the size of the nut, there are not that many animals that can pass it through the way an elephant does. And most other animals, things like the baboons, monkeys, and we won't even talk of the ruminants just yet, but especially the monkeys, the primates, they're never going to swallow such a large fruit because it will probably be a little bit painful coming out the other end. So generally they'll eat the fruit off of the nut, and then the nut is left. And that's when the squirrel comes in, because the squirrel then tends to bury a lot of nuts, and that's all it really takes. As long as the fleshy part of the fruit has been eaten away. And, well, if it's not for the baboons and the monkeys and the squirrels, there are insects to do that. So it's not the kind of seed, because it's a nut inside a stone, it's not the kind of seed that needs the digestive system like the acacia seeds, some of the harder seeds that will not germinate by falling straight from the tree. They will only germinate because of a very tough skin on the seed that requires scarification either by stomach acid or heat, or some cases even cold. So from that point of view, the marula isn't that dependent on it as much as many other things are. And taking away something from the marula, he's leaving something behind, a little bit of food. Well, Mr. Ellie, let me move a little bit because we've got his back. And this way, maybe he's just going to turn. Let's. Question from Lucky One. Twitter. From Lucky One, rather. No, not really. He's going to stretch. Oh, he's going to stretch. Are you going to stretch, pull down a branch? I want to get into a better position if you're going to do that. But I've also seen something I want to pick up. Very gentle, just stripping a few leaves. Maybe he's got heartburn. Marula leaves are good for heartburn. How about standing on the termite mound? Still feeling for marulas in there, and I'm sure while he feels for marulas, if he finds any other plants that he likes, he'll pick them. Heading to quarantine for more marulas. Okay, well, while he's heading away, I'm going to pick up something quickly. Is that a dinosaur? It's a dinosaur. And very seldom are we lucky enough. Let me put it on the dashboard. There are still a couple of ants on it. Ants have been eating it. For whatever might have killed it, maybe an animal stood on it. What was that chameleon's name in the cartoon? Rango.
Rango.
Yeah. Now, a flap-necked chameleon, because although we can't see it very well, maybe if I turn the head a little bit, there are two skin flaps on the back of the head that flap over the neck. One of the reasons why it's called a flap-necked chameleon. Sorry, ants. Eaten quite a lot of it. Just the ribs and the whole backbone. And now, it's so desiccated, it's really, really old. One of the claws, one of the tiny little dragon claws. Oops, found the hat mark. It's almost like a little dragon's foot. Sorry, ants. I just saw a strange grey shape in the grass. There, that did it. I need to, and it actually manages to find. It's that herd mentality, safety in numbers. The calf finds a couple of bulls. It's going to probably stay with the bulls until such time as a herd comes by, and then it can join up with the herd again, even if it's not necessarily its own herd. As long as it's been weaned and it's old enough to look after itself food-wise. Now he's feeding on what is he feeding on? It doesn't break so easily, so he's just chewing it while it's on the tree. Zebra. Knobthorn. We're heading for temperatures are above 100 today, I reckon. Well, there's a little bit of cloud buildup. Well, and he is moving into areas where we're not going to follow him because it's going to just make a noise. We might see him, he might get back into the open. If I try and go in on the edge of the tree line, we might see him, but what I'll do first